Welcome to Music Time with Mr. Kell. I'm so glad you guys came by to sing with me. Man, is it a blustery day out there, Allison?
It's really cold.
Man, my hair didn't look like this at all this morning. It was like very different. But I went to college in a really windy part of Washington State,
Okay.
and we all used to joke that you didn't need a comb. Like if you left your dorm, your hair would just so it was like pointless. And it was really funny. That year was like the coldest and windiest year on record ever at that college.
Oof.
Ellensburg, Washington, seriously cold. You know what Ellensburg was famous for, Mrs. Moore?
I don't.
Black Angus cattle. That's where the original Black Angus
Oh.
cattle, Stuart Anderson's, like all around Ellensburg, which makes for a bad smell in the.
Yeah, especially when it's windy.
Yes, it's like it's approaching Ellensburg. It's like, do you smell that? It's like hundreds of Black Angus cattle waiting, yeah.
For nothing good.
Nothing good, right? But it's funny that Stuart Anderson's Black Angus originated in Central Washington.
I didn't know
And
that.
I know. I only did because I went to college there. So I thought I'd start with the Windy Day song. You guys all know this song. I'm so glad to see you here at Music Time with Mr. Kell. And remember this? I think I do. The morning comes to greet me as the wind blows through the trees, as though the dust like magic flies away from you and me. It's powerfully invisible, impossible to see, but somehow it keeps blowing constantly. It's a windy day, there's nothing else to say. Just like God had an eraser to push the dust and schmutz away. You know, I'm so proud of myself for getting schmutz in a song. I mean, this is the only song in existence that I know of with the word schmutz in it.
I agree.
And it's in the chorus, so it's reoccurring even. Dust and schmutz away when it comes to sweeping city streets or making sailboats play. Nothing's quite as good as a perfect windy day. The kites out on the beaches fly as if they're having fun. You ever notice, like, Mrs. Moore, like you're out at the beach and people are flying these kites and the kites are up there being pushed by this invisible thing.
It's pretty amazing.
It's amazing, and we all know what it is. It's the wind, but there's nothing else like that.
I know.
There's
it's
nothing
true.
else like that. It's like the wind, and we just accept it. Like, what's pushing these kites? You know, it's like, so cool.
And then when they do a dive bomb occasionally.
It's crazy. Like, yeah, and the wind is like a big thing too, because like it affects airplanes and helicopters. Kind of had trouble on windy days. You know? The kites out on the beaches fly as if they're having fun. The clouds have all just disappeared, and nothing blocks the sun. There are palm trees bowing just as if they're saying some sweet prayer, and the birds seem like they're floating in the air. Just like, it's a windy day, there's nothing else to say. Just like God has an eraser to push the dust and schmutz away when it comes to sweeping city streets or making sailboats play. Nothing's quite as good as a perfect windy day. So listen for the rustle, that's R-U-S-T-L-E. So listen for the rustle, that's R-U-S-T-L-E. The only thing you'll hear, the wind won't make a sound, it will just silently appear. That's another thing. Sometimes the wind makes noise, like shh, but it's not the wind. It's the stuff that it's howling through. It's like,
Right.
it's exactly like an instrument, a musical instrument. Like the instrument's not making the noise, it's like you blow through. I mean, your breath is not making the noise, it's the instrument that makes it.
Right.
And the wind is like that when it blows down the breezeway. You can hear this. It's kind of cool. So listen for the rustle, it's the only thing you'll hear. The wind won't make a sound, it will just silently appear, till it whistles through the windows and the alleyways in town. That's how you'll know the wind has come around. Everyone, it's a windy day, there's nothing else to say. Just like God has an eraser to push the dust and schmutz away when it comes to sweeping city streets or making sailboats play. Nothing's quite as good as a perfect windy day. Nothing's quite as good as a perfect windy day. Yeah, windy day song, really good. I think it's kind of funny too, Allison, how sailboats like without the wind, they're sunk.
Mm-hmm.
Like back in the olden times when they sailed across the ocean, when they had calm days, they just sat there. They just drifted.
Yeah.
Sometimes they would drift way off course, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and they would just like, come on, come on. Like, can you imagine like setting out on like a month-long journey, relying only on the wind?
Yeah.
That's risky, man.
It is.
It's no wonder they had so much trouble getting here, you know.
Good thing our cars aren't run that way.
I know. Well, see, if they ran by the wind now, can you imagine if all the cars on the freeway had sails, big sails on top? If some go flying by, how is he going so fast? We get the same wind.
Sorry, I was late to school.
Yeah.
The wind wasn't blowing.
Yeah. Policeman pulled me over for going too fast. I blamed it on the wind. All right, now we're going to do a song that, it's not a Mr. Kell song. It's a Creedence Clearwater song, really a fun song, called Down in the Corner. Early in the evening, just about supper time. Remember that song?
Mm-hmm.
Cool song.
Such a good song.
Down on the corner. So the chorus kids just goes, down on the corner, out in the street. Willie and the poor boys are playing, bring a nickel, tap your feet. Willie and the Poor Boys is the name of this little neighborhood band that they had. It's kind of cool. All right, here we go. Early in the evening, just about supper time. Over by the courthouse, they're starting to unwind. 4 kids on the corner, trying to bring you up. Willie picks a tune out, and he blows it on the harp. The harp is actually the harmonica. Down on the corner, out in the street. Willie and the poor boys are playing, bring a nickel, tap your feet. Rooster hits the washboard, people just gotta smile. Blinky thumps the gut bass and solos for a while. Poor boy twangs the rhythm out on his calabazoo. Willie goes into a dance and doubles on kazoo. Down on the corner, out in the street. Willie and the poor boys are playing, bring a nickel, tap your feet. Now when he sings about poor boy twangs the rhythm out on his Kalamazoo, a Kalamazoo was an old Gibson guitar. They were made in Kalamazoo, Michigan, and so they called them Kalamazoos. They're old Gibson guitars. In fact, to this day, if you find an old Gibson, some of the really oldest ones say Kalamazoo up there.
That's
And
cool.
he managed to get this, and the song's kind of cool. Down on the corner, out in the street, Willie and the poor boys are playing, bring a nickel, tap your feet. You don't need a penny just to hang around. But if you got a nickel, won't you lay your money down? Over on the corner, there's a happy noise. People come from all around to watch the Magic Boys. Down on the corner, out in the street, Willie and the poor boys in the band, bring a nickel, tap your feet. Down on the corner, out in the street, Willie and the poor boys are playing, bring a nickel, tap your feet. Great song.
It's a great one.
Yeah, that was actually a big hit too. Everybody liked that song. Well, you know what, Mrs. Moore? I figure that if there's ever a day to close out with the Banana Peel song, it's today, because I'm pretty sure there's banana peels flying around out there.
I'm pretty sure you're right.
Did you know that there's a banana peel tradition in our house?
I didn't know this.
Yeah. Well, we buy these green bananas,
Mm-hmm.
and then we watch them turn yellow.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of cool, they turn yellow.
Right.
And then they kind of get black spots on them.
Mm-hmm.
And they get black and mushy. And then we
Mhm.
throw them out.
You don't eat them?
Then we go back and get more green bananas. We put them in we'll watch them turn yellow. They get black spots. And they get black and mushy, and we throw them out. So then we go back and get more green. And this goes on.
On and on.
Yeah, this goes on most of the year.
We throw out a lot of bananas at our house
Yeah.
because as soon as they get any spots.
We occasionally interrupt the cycle and get one and eat it, you know.
Mhm.
In fact, I've been known to eat a greenish one just because I'm afraid I'm not going to get it in time.
Yes. Same at our house.
But the thing is, somebody told me that, and you're a pretty good baker. I suspect you maybe do this. I was told that you can, with the black mushy ones, you can still make banana bread.
Yeah, that's they're better for banana bread.
Because you want to mush them up.
Right.
And you really just want the flavor, and they haven't gone bad. You can't wait till they go bad. They can't go bad. Hey, Mr. Zabel's outside the door.
Maybe he wants to come sing.
Hey, Mr. Zabel, come on in. Come on in. We're filming Music Time with Mr. Kell.
Cool.
And you're making an
appearance?
An appearance, yes.
Oh, no.
At least your voice is. We did the Windy Day song.
It was so windy.
Unbelievable. But I noticed your hair is no different.
Well, I use a lot of gel.
Your hair is like my hair has been like, it flips to the left and it flips to the right, and it's.
I tried to wear a hat, but on windy days they blow away.
Even if you have it on backwards, it'll blow off sometimes. That's true. I had choir out in the parking lot, and there's a guy walking by who lost his hat.
Oh.
It happened right in front of us. It's pretty funny.
Oh.
Like he's walking along, and suddenly he's running backwards after his hat. I don't know if he ever found it. But anyway, we're closing out with the Banana Peel song. I just wanted to welcome you. We're almost done. Mr. Zabel is the one that runs all the tech stuff here at the old schoolhouse, like all the sound and all the recordings and all the lyrics that you see on the chapel days and all. I don't know how we could actually make it around here without you, John.
Oh, thanks.
John's very crucial. There are people, an essential. You have an essential.
Well, I do what I can.
What's it called? An
Essential worker, essential
essential
job.
worker.
Yes.
Essential job. You're like, I can't find the first part of the banana. Oh, here it is. I'm slipping. All I could think of was the Windy Day song. Okay, here we go. I got it. Banana Peel song. I was walking along the street one day, minding my business with nothing to say, singing a song, keeping it real. Whoosh, banana peel. You gotta work on that, kids. It's whoosh, whoosh. I love that. It's just so great to make that sound. Whoosh, banana peel. Well, I got back up and turned around. It was still just lying right there on the ground. Some people call it dessert, but it's a monkey meal. Whoosh, banana peel. My theory is that monkeys eat bananas only because that's all they can find. If they could find like a good Panera salad, or if they could go to Chick-fil-A, they would. But if you're a monkey and you're driving along the street looking for a Chick-fil-A, you get pulled over every time. Every time. They'll pull you right over, and then you got questions to answer, like, let me see your driver's license. What are you, some kind of a monkey? It's like, sometimes you fall down without any help. You might trip on a curb all by yourself, but there's nothing in the world like the way you feel. Whoosh, banana peel. The plot thickens. The plot thickens. What thickens? The plot thickens. So I got back up and checked myself. I knocked a big jar of pickles right off the shelf. Not a pickle fell out. I didn't break the seal. Banana peel. So we took our groceries out to the car. When you know it, we wouldn't get very far. Shiny and yellow, slick as steel. Banana peel. That's 3 or 4 times in a single day. That's 3 or 4 times in a single day. That's 3 or 4 times in a single day. I guess I'm clumsy. What else can you say? I'm hurting all over. It's a pretty big deal. Is it a small deal? No, it's a pretty big deal. Is it a little deal? It's a pretty big deal. It's a huge deal. It's a pretty big deal. Whoosh, banana peel. Whoosh, banana peel. Whoosh, banana peel. Good job, kids. Have a great weekend. I miss you already. I can't wait to sing with you here at the old schoolhouse. I'll be seeing you soon. Bye, guys.